What is up, gang? Made a few changes to the build. Wanted to talk about it. Want to show you about it. You guys have probably watched a million NOKKO builds, so you already know kind of what's going on. But in case you don't, I'm gonna give you a too long didn't read of the abilities. Passive. If you die, if you have your mushrooms out, instead of going to be revived, you can just self-revive by going to your mushrooms. Doing this destroys all current mushrooms that are out. You're invincible for a few seconds. Gives you a few seconds to get situated. Your first ability is Stink Brain. You throw out a mushroom, does viral damage, puts them to sleep, allows you to attack them with finishers, a good CC if you need. Allows your 4 to bounce off of it, and if you jump on it, it allows you to re-trigger the effect. You have Bright Bonnet. This is your ability that allows you to gain more energy. If you hop on this mushroom, it allows you to get energy faster, as well as your allies in range, and reapplies the buff over and over and over again. This ability should be reroute. I've subsumed it for Roar. I've been trying out a few Helminths. I like Roar right now. It's pretty good, especially since I'm using the Furious Hound. I switched from the Pharaoh, but I like being invisible. I had this little guy in my companion slot, didn't even know he was here. Looked over and was like, man, let me try this out, and I've been enjoying it. I'll show you the build when time comes. But reroute normally turns you into a little mushroom man. Pretty good for a panic button if you are newer. I do have that as my base one here. I've been using Mecha Empowered. I've been trying out Brief Respite. So one of the builds, I use Arcane Crepuscular and Molt Augmented for everything. I've been playing with Brief Respite as one of my auras when I'm not using it. I'll just let you look at everything here, but everything is at 200 plus range and strength, about almost 150, about 148 duration. I'm using Archon Continuity for my duration mod, just so that way we can get the corrosive with the 4 ability. I'm using Prime Flow, Stretch. I'm using Sure-Footed. You could probably put Power Drift in there if you really wanted to. I've thought about it since I don't have the Prime version, and that would give you even more strength. Kind of put it in, kind of get you to do more damage, or you can do some Cunning Drift. You can probably put whatever you want in your, Exilus slot. Just depends on your play style and what you like to do, what you want to do. It doesn't really matter. Same with the arcanes. NOKKO is really flexible, but for what I've been playing, I've been using these right here. I've been seeing it around a lot. I've also been playing around with the Smite here. So what I might do is show you the Smite build and then show you the Roar. See how you like both of those. But we're going to get right to it. Oh yeah, sorry, I skipped over one. The 4 ability is Spore Spring, so that's the main bread and butter. You throw a mushroom out there, does some explosion damage. You can see this here. My Archons are currently casting speed. Sorry, my dog is kind of jumping on me right now. He likes to do that whenever I'm recording and talking. He's like, hey, I know I was doing nothing. I'm gonna come mess with you. You gotta love them. But I'm using casting speed here. I'm using ability duration, and I put an ability strength here. I'm trying out the Coda Bass Assist. I'm building that up, and then I'm also building up the Kuva Nukor, and then I've been using the Skia Jati just to help me go back invisible if I'm shooting and I need to be invisible again for a few seconds to get away. That kind of helps. And then I've been using the Matarai. So I'm going to show you some gameplay. I'm going to do the Roar build first. I'll do all 3. I'll do Roar, I'll do the base, and then I'll do the Smite maybe. You guys probably have seen the base enough, but we'll do whatever. I'm gonna play solo only, and I think I need to do one of these as well. So let's do some Scourger troops. I need to kill 500. We'll see if we can get it in the first 5 minutes. And you can shoot if you want. I've been using rolling guard, so that way if I am shooting, I can kind of be invulnerable for a few seconds. It's been a lot of fun. This is also like the Also, when you play, if you make sure you put your energy shroom out first in case something like that happens. You know, that's what I love about it. Okay, I'm using roar first. And so you gotta make sure you put your mushrooms out. If you don't, bad things can happen to you. Alright, we gotta be... Oh man, I'm getting shot up. Where do I need to go? A is over here. Oh, Carrot Cake's dead. That's why I'm not invisible. I was like, why am I not invisible? Oh, he is dead. I need to get the momentous bond for my hound. I didn't show you the build for them. Yeah, we can do that after this. After I show you a little bit of this. I don't think I can break it. I think my basis is too weak right now. What happens when you're trying to build it up? I probably should have used a turret. Can you do damage, buddy? Nah. I was kind of breaking it, maybe. I wonder if this will help. What up, game? I think this is the one thing about NOKKO is that... Sorry, I paused for a second. The one thing about NOKKO is that if you're trying to do something like this, you're not breaking through. There's like a whole bunch of people coming through here. You got all of you guys over here. Let me grab that oxygen. Thank you for the oxygen, gang. It's not too hard to stay alive, though. I showed you with the passive. As long as you keep your mushrooms, I kind of use them as checkpoints, so like wherever I'm going to be hanging out. Let's switch to the Kuva Nuclear. At least I can do a little bit of AoE damage to him. I don't think I can do any like direct damage. Oh, maybe. A little more than what I was doing with the bases. This is also because I don't think I have any I don't have an working reactor in that guy. He's so weak. No, Carrot Cake. Let me res him. Roar build's not bad. You could put it over, you could put your subsume, I would say, over your 1 or your 3 ability. I made mine QERF and just kind of redid some of the keybinds. As you can see, just big damage everywhere. I kind of just gotta plan my escape, get around the map. I'm a huge Kuva Nuclear fan. I just got it. I like beam weapons, and I didn't want to use the turret. I felt like it made the game way too easy. I had just got it, and then I was like, man, this game is crazy. I was like, this weapon is just too much for me, man. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, there. Okay, I thought I was gonna mess up. Oh, is this evil? Oh, wait. Can we open it up? There we go. Oh no, the angst don't do nothing to me. Where's angst at? Oh, you're right here, buddy. So the thing about this Spore Spring, it only does 10 bounces and you can only have 3 out at a time. And the fact that I don't have Momentous Bond really messes me up because, you know, I try to, oh, Rolling Guard. Boom, there you go. 3 seconds of invulnerability with a 7-second cooldown. Not gonna lie, that does help you out a lot if you just roll. 3 seconds is a lot. You know, we can get out 5 minutes. So we got about like 400 kills. I did, you know, die a couple times yapping. This is the Roar build. I do enjoy it. I probably could have got more kills if I used the new core a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? This gun is just crazy. And I haven't even like roared. And if you want it, you don't even have to use the Horus. You could probably use like Nautilus Prime or something like that. I'm not sure. I like this little guy just because if I am, you know, sitting still and there are a lot of enemies, being able to go invisible in a time like that is extremely helpful. Like, you're not attacking anybody and boom, you're invisible. Especially for a guy who has a lot of damage and not a lot of health, you know? Alright, let's get out of here. Or we die. We'll come back. We'll show off the smite build. Alright, we got that there. Wasn't too bad. Alright. Let's see. Let's do smite. So we're gonna do the Scourger again. It'll be pretty fun. It'll be pretty fun, you know? Won't be too bad. We'll try to make it here faster. So with this build, I'm using smite. Oh, are we doing more damage? Oh, I thought we were doing more damage for some reason. I was like, whoa. It's like, how are we doing more damage? But I'm using smite. I like it. I don't know if it might synergize a little bit more. I don't know. If you don't like the typical just like flat damage boost. Oh man, I feel like this cat right here is just doing way more. Oh my goodness. You're an eczema, so that's why you're not put to sleep. So yeah, the smite, you can kind of just hit him with Oberon's ability. Not really, oh, not many people talking about this guy. Probably would help if I just stayed invisible. Pretty much infinitely invincible as long as you have mushrooms down. These swarms of enemies just want to come kill me, and you still do a lot of damage, you know. Like carrot cake's alive still. Let me the only thing is you can't smite, you know, the objectives, and you also cannot smite bosses. So it's something that might be good if you're just wanting to clear out a whole bunch of enemies. Like that'd be a lot of fun. And then being invisible now that I'm not, you know, trying to aggro everybody here with my weapons. It's a lot easier. You can target Eximus, boom, remove all their shield. I think it pretty much armor strips them too, from what I can see on that. I'm able to do decent amount of damage. We'll see if we're able to do, I think we got maybe like a good 500. We'll see how much we get at the 5-minute mark. I'm not dying as much this time. I'm also staying invisible a little bit more as well. And you can just, I've just been invisible the whole time, you know? Oop, I think we'll miss this one. Oh, and he's gone. Yeah, I'll show you how long this guy lasts. Let's see. We have the Acolyte. He's here, he gets smited, and he's dead with everything going on. So I think the smite one is actually pretty cool. Especially with like all this damage going on. You can kind of just lock enemies down and this kind of, because like I haven't really played around a lot with radiation, but the only thing I do know is it's great whenever you can have them like group and CC. Let's break this real quick. Oh, we need to get out of here. Oh no, there we go. And I feel like with the sorry, I paused for a second. With the smite here, you have a greater chance of taking out the marked target, which then will further spread the statuses, which I think is really nice. So this has been the smite build. I'm still trying to get to the end here. Doing pretty good. We did 565. I don't remember how much I got. I got about 480 something, because I didn't get You know, I didn't get as many kills. We got 565 with the smite build. So we did a little bit more damage with the smite build. Just maybe because we had just that a little bit more just active damage, or maybe because I just played better. I still feel like I died a few times. And then I could go over the base build, but you can watch my previous build maybe, or I guess I can just do the base one again for those who are interested, but I didn't really change much or play different. So if you want to see the base NOKKO build, I would say watch my only build you need for NOKKO video, and then this is my Helminth video part 1. So I just did a couple helmets that I have for NOKKO right now, and I plan on getting more. Next, I plan on getting Gloom and maybe Null Star. I plan to try them all out just to see how everything works, just for fun. And then if you guys have any suggestions, put them in the comments, and then we can try to farm up for them on stream or whatever, however we want to go about that. But I am going to work towards them. I do need to get the momentous bond. That is something that I do want and need for this guy. So we'll see what happens there. We're going to work on it, and yeah, let me also show you the frame that I'm doing right now. Hold on. Let's see. Is there any good light? Ooh, actually, yeah, this might be. Let's see. Is there a good light source in here? Not really. You know what? I want to show off the frame real quick before we leave. Let's go to Deimos. I want to show off. Especially if you made it this far. I appreciate it. Yeah, they got some good light right here, boom. All right, right now I am using, base NOKKO skin. I'll show you the colors real quick. This is the colors I'm rocking with are inspired by Cell from Dragon Ball Z, especially with the stance. I'm using the Dante Noble animation. I need better attachments, so to make his like shoulders bigger, but he kind of has the shoulders already, kind of like Cell. I'm using everything kind of from the Hollows Eve set. So I'm using this green here from the Hollows Eve set. You guys can just look at it and see it. I'm using the dark purple here in the Hollows Eve set. I'm using the white here in the smoke set for his skin. And I'm using this lightish purple here. I've thought about making it this black purple, this dark purple, just because it kind of matches, but it also actually, it is kind of his skin. So I thought about doing this right here. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. His accent, because that is kind of like his belly button area type deal. I think that should be, yeah, that's like his skin cell. For smoke, and then I'm using black in smoke, and then I'm using purple, this purple here in Hollow's Eve for his emissive. I think I might change it to Hollow's Eve, and I think I'm going to do the purple. Instead of doing the black, we're going to do the dark purple, kind of match his secondary. So most of this right here is in the Hollow's Eve. I am looking to get more colors. For the sigil on the front, I'm using the Vanquish Coda sigil. I'm trying to get, I might bring it down a little. Oh, I have it up close to his face just because it looks like a mouth, but I thought about bringing it kind of, I like keeping it right here. I've been looking for a few other ones to kind of resemble the spikes he has, like the little squares and whatnot. I've been looking for a few sigils, but that's what I have inspired for the colors for him right now. I am looking for a few attachments that will go along for it. Right now I have the fracta shoulders. Nothing right here, nothing in here really matches with it that I think. Maybe, ooh, maybe these shoulders. They kind of would, they could kind of get there, but I'm still looking. If y'all have any suggestions to help improve the cell fit, please let me know. And if you want to add me in game, my name is Kazuki. This is me right here. So you guys can just add me and we'll have some fun. But yeah, I'm also using the Coda Basilis, the Kuva Nukor, and the Skia Jati. And my companion is the Heroes. What is this? Kubro. Um, if you can get one of these guys, they're pretty nice for this build. You can also use a shade, but I've been using the mecha set, half the mecha set, to give me a little bit more status exposure for the enemies. But you could run this stuff right here. I'm looking for about if I have the extra forma, or if I can't, I'll remove Vicious Bond for Manifold Bond. I think that's what's called. No, it's I need to get my dang mods together. Let me see if I can find that mod. It is great. Momentous Bond. That is the one I need. Momentous Bond. Killing Eximus enemies grants 120% bonus of all random elemental damage to your companion for 30 seconds and reduces companion recovery by 18 seconds. So your boy would really like that, because if I could have, if I had it my way and I could get a couple more, formals or something like that in here, I would have medkit in here. So I'd have it close down 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Because this is already 60 minus 15, you know what I'm saying? It's 45. Get another 18 seconds. Now, that would be very helpful. 30-second cooldown on my pet. Now, I would really enjoy that. So that's what I'm kind of looking into. If y'all have a better build, let me know. The Hurus Claws, mine are very basic. I'm still kind of new. The only thing that's really good that I would recommend probably the Elusive Posture, and then the Mecha Overdrive, and then I would say Maul. And then you could put whatever status items you want in here. This is just stuff that I've been able to pick up from playing the game. So I have Raiden Claws and Magnetic Claws. Plan on getting some of the other stuff whenever I get more rep. But yeah, that is, I guess, the in half of the build and with some fashion. Oh yeah, I got the pins and needles in Fembra right now. I killed my first coda for the Basilis. So yep, this is the updated for the build. I wanted to show you all a little bit of gameplay with it. I think I recorded it and then I didn't have any gameplay, and I wanted to have gameplay. So that's what we got right here. So thank y'all. See y'all. Like, subscribe. We're close to 500. Join the Discord. We have a giveaway for the NOKKO bundle at the end of the month. I was doing it for when if we hit 500, but I said screw it. We're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So if you join the Discord, there's a link. You can hop on and do that. Be much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Peace out, guys.